What up, Tube? It's your boy DJ coming back with a brand new tutorial for you on how to play craps. Shout out to my buddy Ace of Vegas. Thanks for tuning in to my videos, and I watch his. We follow each other on YouTube, and he loves my stuff. He said, man, you need to make a video on how to play craps. And he's right. We get involved in all these strategies and so on and so forth that sometimes I think we forget, you know, what it's like to actually teach someone to play craps, because a lot of people don't know and they're intimidated by this big old board here. To be honest with you, craps is the easiest game in the casino, and it's one of the best games. At one point, you can actually have the house edge is only like 0.42 or 0.042% if you're just playing the pass line alone. Alright, so in saying that, I'm going to try not to ramble here. I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. Think of this as blackjack, alright? So the pass line is going to be your bet. You can play don't pass as well, but you're going to get frowned upon inside a casino because you're betting against everybody else, because you're betting with the house. If you're betting on a game like this, you can play it, but I'll explain that in a minute. So the pass line, when you put your bet out there, let's say it's a $5 table. One thing I like about this is it's a $5 table, you only got to bet $5. It's not like 3-card poker where it's a $5 table and you've got to bet, you know, 15 or whatever, because you got to bet each spot. So let's say we're going to put $5 out here on pass line. Now, what you're asking, what's a pass line? Well, when the puck is off, that means it's a new shooter. Anytime you see that word off, it means the board's open, it's a new shooter. What you want is you hit a 7 or 11, you win. A 2, 3, or 12, you lose. And any other number, which is what's left up here, becomes your point, okay? So if you bet don't pass, then it's the opposite. 7 or 11 loses. 2 and 3 win. And you see where it says don't pass bar, a 12 pushes. That's one of the house edges there. Alright, so we're going to play like we're playing the table normally. That's where you know, craps is a fun game. It's a dice game if you didn't know, if you live under a rock. And that's where you hear a lot of hoot and hollering, because you're really playing with a lot of people. If the table's full, it could be, you know, 20 people around there or whatever, and they're all yelling because they're all rooting for the same thing. Alright, so come out roll, we want either a 7 or 11, or we want to establish a point. So we're going to hit our come out roll and just see what happens here. 4. Love the 4 because it pays you 2 to 1. Well, you say, Dustin, what's 2 to 1? Okay, 2 to 1 means that's the odds I'm going to get it back. So if I want to throw odds down here, let's say I want to throw $5 back here just because you're scared and it's your new time. I don't want to throw a lot of money out there. Well, that means if I hit the 4, you're going to get paid even money there, and you're going to get paid 2 to 1 back here because the 4 pays you 2 to 1. All right, and they're true odds. Why? Because how many ways are there to make a 4? There are only 2 ways: a 3 and a 1, and a double deuce, a hard 4. So right now, what you want to do is you want to hit a 4, and if you hit a 4, you win. If you hit a 7, you lose. You never want to see a 7 again. Ever, 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 ever. I mean, you could literally, if you were lucky enough, you could roll for 6-7 hours and not hit a 7. And let me tell you what, people would be asking you to marry them at the end. I mean, because you'd be making so much money, it'd be crazy. 7, you never want to see again. If a 4 hits, you just start over. A lot of people focus on hitting the point. I don't like it because I like betting a table like most bettors. And that's where place betting comes in. A lot of people, you'll come up and see bet 6 and 8. Why? Because the reason 7 is out, because there's more ways to roll a 7 with with a pair of dice than there is these numbers, okay? So 7, you can roll a 6 and a 1, a 4 and a 3, and a 5 and a 2, right? So any one of those number combinations can run you a 7. The second easiest is 6 and 8. The third easiest is 5 and 9. And, of course, the hardest to hit is the 4 and 10, because there's only 2 ways to hit it. All right, so I'm going to come out here, and it's always in groups of 6, because the odds are 6 to 5. So you're always going to put $6 on on these 2 numbers. I'm sorry, I'm trying to spit it out. And then you can put 5 on these numbers, because if the 9 or the 5 hit, you can get 7. And if these hit, you can get 2. I always buy if it's 2 to 1. And that's another story. I'm trying not to mumble here and be precise with you, so just want to kind of show you the basic beginner stuff of craps. So right now, 4 is a point. I'm going to throw 6 on 6, and 6 on 8. And like I said, you have to bet 6. They're always going to ask you to bet 6, and then they're going to pay you 7. So for every 6, you're going to get 7 back. All right, so now we've got 3 numbers working, 6, 8, and 4. If a 4 hits, these stay. You don't lose these. You win these 2 bets here, and then it's a brand new roll. If a 7 hits, you lose everything. All right, so let's see what happens here. 7 hit, we lost everything. Not a good way to show off a video on how to play craps, well, and win. Alright, so that just shows you right there. Okay, so what happens, let's say we were the shooter there. We're not the shooter anymore. If we were standing right here, this table goes around, that's why the pass line goes around. So let's say we were here, this guy gets to choose whether he wants to shoot or not, because yes, you can pass the dice. A lot of people I know, especially I've had my girlfriends in the past, like, I don't want to lose people's money. That's totally fine. If you don't want the dice, you can pass them to this guy. A lot of people have been at a table, let's say this guy here is hot and there's 4 people here, but he's been on a roll. Everybody will pass the dice right to this guy every time because he's been making the money. Just depends on what the table's about. But a lot of fun is rolling dice, so take the dice. So you're going to put your $5 out there again. The new shooter comes out. Of course, it's only showing 1 because we're playing, but he'd have his bet here and so on and so forth. And there'd be bets aren't here, and there'd be some of these bets out here and this, and I'll explain that in a minute here. But so the next, as you see, it's off. It's a clear board. So now, same rules apply. 7 or 11 win, 2, 3, or 12 loses, and then you're establishing a point. Now this stuff right here, some people play craps in 11. So if you hit 2, 3, or 12, you lose this, but you can get this right here. You can put $1 on there, and it kind of ensures your bet. And you can put $1 on there, and it'll pay you if you hit 11, but you're going to hit it anyway. So these are just side bets. They're nothing that you have to do. All these here, these 4 right here are normally called the horn, and they are 1 roll bets. Okay, so literally, if you don't hit in 1 roll, you lose your money. These right here, the 4, the 6, the 10, and the 8, these are all what's called the hard ways. And if you were to put $1 out on one of them, as you can see, it's 7 to 1. If it's $2, you would get 14, and so on and so forth. These stay until that number's hit. So let's say that we have a hard 6. Okay, that's fine. But you have to hit a 33 or a hard 6 to win that. If you hit a 4, 2, or a 5 and a 1, this goes away. But it stays up until the number is hit. So that's a little bit better. These are straight up just if you 1 roll bet, you hit, you don't, you don't. A lot of times there's a square right here that says horn, and you put money in the middle of it, and then you get a fraction of that instead of all of it. So anyway, I just want to explain what this was over here. 7, that's easy to explain. If you roll 7, it'll pay you 4 to 1. Any craps, 2, 3, 12, pay you 7 to 1. So it's pretty simple there. So all this is side bets. That's where these people get all scared because all these bets, all they are side bets. So let's go ahead. We're going to roll. New shooter's out. We're rooting for the new shooter. Come on, shooter. And he rolls a 7. See, a 7-1 because we were on a pass line. So we're going to put our money back. We're going to have him roll again, and he's going to roll us 11. Look at that, 2 in a row. Getting some money back off that loss we just had. So now we're down $12. All right, shooter going to come out again. And there's a 2. We lost. I'm glad it actually did that so you can see that 2, 3, or 12 loses, 7, 11 wins. So you just saw both those. Now, if I would have had $1 out there on that, I would have won $30. And when the 11 hit, I would have won 15. But I didn't. So we're going to go ahead, put the $5 out there again. We're going to roll again. And a 6 has been established. So let's just say we're timid. We're going to put $5 out there. And then, like I said, I'm going to bet this. I'm going to place the 8. Now, what I like to do is I like to make money off of the table and let the house money pay for the rest of my bets. So right now, I'm hoping for an 8. Why, you ask? Because the 8 stays. They'll pay me $7. I can rack 2 and put $5 on any other number. Because for every 6, we're getting paid 7. So let's go number 8. Let's go 8. 7 out. Lost again. That's craps. That's the thing it is to it. If you just wanted to bet the pass line, right now you'd only be down $10 because you'd only had $5 out there and we've lost twice. That's where you get into getting greedy and playing all this stuff. That's where it comes in. All right. So once again, now I've shot, this guy shot, and now we're on our third shooter. We're going to roll again. And we got us a 4. 4 is going to pay us 2 to 1. We're going to throw it back there. We're playing timid still. We're only going to bet it. Some people let you put 100 times odds. It just depends on how many odds. To me, I don't really like odds as much because I'm putting more money out there. But it depends on how the dice roll, and then that's how I play it. So this time, I'm going to do something different here. I'm going to go ahead and bet like I'm betting aggressive. So I'm going to bet the 6, the 8, and then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to bet the heart 4, and then I'm going to come over here with 5, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to place the 5, place the 9, and by the 10. And now, any of these numbers hit, I'm going to win. Okay, now this is where my opinion, and this is my opinion. I've talked to other shooters; their opinion is the same way. I never want to see the 4 again, and I never want to see a 7 again because I want to make money. I want these to just keep hitting, and I want to keep pressing or going up 1 unit. So let's say this 5 hits, and I get money. You can go up a unit, or you can rack it and wait for it to hit again, and then go up a unit. But basically, you want to try to let the board make money. You want to get on a roll. You want this guy to roll 30, 40 times in a row before he hits the point or 7th out, because these are going to make you money. So I'm going to hopefully show you that. Hopefully we can get on a roll. I don't know how the computer's going to work, so let's see here. There's 6 now. I hate that it takes the 6 down. It drives me nuts. All right, so the 6 just hit. I got paid 7. I'm not going to up my roll yet because I want to bank that. A lot of times I'll make this all make me money before I start doing anything. But as you see, the rolls stay. For some reason, it brings down. If you're playing real craps, he's just going to put the winnings over here and pass them to you, and you're going to keep the 6 up. You can say, hey, press it up 1, or just leave it alone, or parlay it, whatever. So we're going to keep it here, and we want to see 5, 6, 8s, 9s, and 10s. That's all we want to see for the rest of the day. Let's go 5, 6, 8, 9s, and 10s. There's 6 again. Now 6 is hit twice. So I'm going to go ahead and take that second winning, and now I've got $12 on that 6. So let's go. Now we really want to see 6. There's the 9. Okay. We're going to put the 5 back out there on the 9. I hate that it takes it off there. All right. We're going to roll again. And 7 out. All right. As you see, depends. If you get on a roll, you're going to win some money. That was an aggressive strategy right there. A lot of people play that way. They basically, whatever the point is, they will go ahead and play that and try to win some money. Come bets are just like the pass line. If you come in late, it basically, if like let's say the shooter has already established a point here, and we're rolling it, and it's a 4. Now what can happen is this becomes your pass line. So let's say I come in late and I want to get on, or even people still do it. They'll play the come. So what happens is now this number here becomes his point. You see that, how that 5 went to the 9? So now this come bet wins on a 9. The pass line wins on a 4. So let's see this here. That's 8, 6. See if I be playing 8 and 6s. Look, it's going to hit 8s and 6s because I'm not playing them. We hit the 4. We won. But see, this guy is still waiting on either a 7 or a 9. So he's still playing on that come bet. So this guy is playing, and now he can get it on a pass line too. And so if a 9 hits right here, which there it is, he won, and now my point becomes a 9. Kind of sounds hard, but it's really not. It's just a different way to play the pass line. Same exact thing. That's basically it. When you hit these, you're going to get odds. Like I said, you can look up different odds, different casinos, or you can get the Wizard of Odds and get the official odds. I play casinos that just give you different odds here and here, here and here. I played here where it's only double and double for a 2 or a 12. If you find a triple, that's a good board. That just gives you that much edge. I haven't really spoke about the field bet because the field bet is a lot of people don't like. It's in my any but 7 strategy. That's on here at the end of the video. Check it out. So if I'm going to roll here, that's a 7. So the 9 lost, and Did I have a bet out there? I didn't even see it. But anyway, that 9 lost because he's 7 before you get to 9. So now we're rolling. 3 lost because that's a craps. I want to show you the field bit here real quick before we stop. Okay, so now we got an 8. I'm going to put 5 out here. And let's say we want to roll the field. Any of these numbers hit, that pays us. A 5, 6, or 8 hits, that doesn't. You'll see some people play they call it the Iron Cross or name it 7. It's at the end of this video. Basically, you play the 5, 6, 8 and that's basically every number wins. It's just one of the strategies. But right now, I'm explaining the field to you. So right now, my point's 8, but I'm trying to hit one of these numbers. So let's just see how many you can roll in the field here and show you. 11. So we won there. There's one roll. It's good. I want to show you if one doesn't hit here. 3. That's good. There's 2 fields. Sometimes the field roll 14 times in a row, and it's good for you. I mean, it just is what it is. 9. Center field 9. Why they call it center field 9? You'll hear me yell that because there's a center field. Put it back out there and see what happens here. Okay, 8. Okay, I hit my point, but I lost that. Did you notice that? Because 8's not in there. But we did end up making some money. These bets are one roll bets. You either win it or you don't. If you win, the dealer will give you your money in that bag. You can place it back in the field. Like I said, if you hit these normally stay. Unfortunately, this program pushes it back to you. It's annoying because if you want to press it, then you got to put more money back in there. But this is the program that I use because I like the look of this table. So that's basically it. The bottom line is, quick recap. This is your bet. If you only want to bet this, you're going to roll and you want to establish a number, which is 6. You can put odds back there, or you can just play the pass line. Let's say you're timid. You've only got $25 left of your name. Guess what? You can sit here and just pray for the 6. Just hope the 6 hits. And it's not going to roll as fast as I am because people are betting and so on and so forth. You hit 6, you just won $5. You see that? That's why people like to say, if you're only paying the pass line and nothing else, the odds of the house are one of the lowest in the casino. It's real easy. All you got to remember is, it's just think of blackjack. This is my bet. And instead of looking for 21, I'm looking for, or to beat the dealer at 21, I'm just looking for one of these numbers to hit. Okay? Like I said, don't pass. You're playing with the house. If you're playing a live table, I'm not going to lie, people are probably going to be mad at you. Big 6 and 8, never, ever, ever, ever play those because those pay you even money. If you're going to play the 6 or 8, you want to play these here so you can get your odds. These are, once again, one roll bets. These are hard ways. These stay up until the number hits. You either hit it or you don't. And like I said, if it's an 8 and you hit a 5 and a 3, you lose. You hit a 4 and a 4, you win. These are what you call a horn bets. Normally, like I said, there's a box right here that says horn that you can place in the middle, or you can bet them straight up. If you get up, it's fun to throw a couple bucks out there and try to win them. I mean, I've had nights where they are hitting, so I just keep on betting them. It's like any kind of betting. Once you get a streak going, you get a streak going. Up here, let's go over these again. These are your numbers to hit. If your number's 4 and you want to place a bet, you're going to put $6 on a 6 because that's 6 and 8 are second easiest to hit. A lot of people I know only bet the 6 and 8 because those are the best odds, and they bet the pass line and 6 or 8, and then they start hopefully making money. There's just different ways to bet it. I could stay here all day and tell you that, but this is basic intro to craps. This is basically how you play it. So, play the pass line, you roll, 7 or 11 wins, 2, 3, or 12 loses, whatever else becomes the point, and 8 became the point. So now if you're only playing a pass line and you're playing odds or just pass line, doesn't matter. Now you want the 8. If you're playing like I was playing earlier and you have all these numbers out here, you don't want to play the 8. You want these numbers out here. You don't really want the 8 and you don't want the 7 because you want your money you want to make money here. Some people may not agree with me. I've talked to professional craps rollers that agree with me. I'd rather see a roll for an hour that they don't hit the point, they don't hit the 7. I'd rather see these 9s, 10s, 4s, 5s, the yos, all this stuff hit because this is where you make your money. Once you start pressing, it goes from 6 to 12 to 18 to 24. Next thing you know, you can have $200 on that board. You don't even realize it, and you're raking in, a couple thousand at the end of a roll because you've been pressing and stuff. But like I said, if you're just one of those timid people who just wants to play and wants the number, there's nothing wrong with that, because the number everybody wins as well, and you don't have a lot of money to spend to spread across the board. That's fine. So we're going to see here. Boom, we hit our 8, we hit our odds. Just like that, you win. It's like any other game, though. You can lose. There can be where the dice are cold and you're running 7s and you just lose. Or the dice are hot, and like I said, you get on a table where a guy runs for an hour straight, and man, you could run 50, 60 some rolls and he never loses. And if you're playing these numbers up here, you're going to win some money. But I didn't really want to get into a whole lot of that because this was just basic beginner's craps. Pass line, odds, stuff like that. This is how you play it. So next time you go to a table in your casino, you see a craps table, don't worry about it. Hey, I'm going to put $5 down on the pass line, and I'm going to roll these dice. And if a number comes up, 7, I win. That's a good one. So you already know that you're going to win if that 7 or 11 hits. And now it's a 6. Now you're rooting for the 6. If you don't have anything else out there, you're one of them new shooters that, hey, I just want to hit this 6. So you can win on a 6, you can lose on a 7. It's as simple as that. So hopefully I've explained it to you best I could. I tried not to go into too much detail because I didn't want to confuse people, but I did want to explain some of the other bets, but I feel like that's another video. I've wanted to keep, just basically how to play craps and basic strategy, which is just betting the pass line and then throwing some other stuff up there. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click on the other videos. And once again, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and good gambling to you guys.